Well, it was predicted. Taylor Swift is getting her fairy tale ending, marrying her husband and putting out a new album that people are claiming is super cringe. Yo, she legit has a song where she's just singing about Travis Kelce's penis. Almost, YouTube's got a thing where if you say naughty words in the first 30 seconds, you get in trouble. So, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, legit, the song is called Wood. Seriously, WOOD. Oh my. Anyway, take a look at this viral TikTok where this crazy lady is basically like, Taylor Swift has become a Nazi. Because Taylor Swift is like, I'm married and happy now. She's a Nazi. Oh, God. Let's roll tape.
Taylor Swift is handing the conservative agenda on a silver platter to the masses. And before I go any further and before you argue with me, you cannot convince me that the master lyricist of our generation, akin to Shakespeare, the Easter egg master of our generation, is not aware of what her entire optics and lyrics and album and everything is giving at this very moment. And before you suggest that this was supposed to be a satirical album, I would like to remind you how she feels about this album in her own words.
World to me to have this creative experience where like we knew that we had to bring the best ideas we've ever had.
Yeah.
And I also know the pressure I'm putting on this record by saying that, but I don't care because I love it that much. And there's not other ones coming. This is the record I've been wanting to make for a very long time.
There's not other ones coming. Is Taylor Swift announcing she's like getting married and retiring? Well, the response to this are really hilarious. It's that people are saying when you date a woman who's 37, you can see how desperate they are. Yikes.
I'll try to rapid fire this as fast as I can so that my video is not an hour long, but we're going to start with the rollout of the album, the announcement of the album on our boyfriend's football podcast.
And?
Our boyfriend who plays for the NFL, who we are now aligning our brand with,
okay,
who is one of the most racist and problematic industries in our country.
Problematic. What does that mean? These people are, I hate swearing on YouTube because I know that some people like listening to these podcasts with their kids around. So I'm just going to say swear from now on, or quack. I'll do that. It's my favorite censorship sound. You ever see the duck sound? Quack. This chick is crazy. Okay? She is retarded. They have no idea what words they're saying. They have no idea what words mean even.
Yes. Listen, I don't know how long Taylor Swift's been doing this, but I know it's been a pretty good amount of time. She's worked pretty hard for her career. But why are we sharing what you are saying?
Why are we centering a man? Why are we sharing our spotlight with a man? Because men like women, women like men. I had a baby. You all know I have a baby. So my baby is a celebrity. And I don't mean that in a bragging, haha, I'm so famous. No, I literally mean when my wife walks down the street with the stroller, women are all going, ooh, and they're all getting excited and they want to meet the baby because women love babies a lot. Men like babies too, but women like babies more. That's why we have babies. That's how humans survive. I have no shame, nor is there any degradation of man by pointing out that women like babies more than men. That's just the way it goes. So Taylor Swift, a woman, is with a man. She is happy. They're probably going to have kids.
Is the best piece of work you've ever put out, and you're going to share it with a man?
Yeah. I love this. There are a lot of people that live in this sad world, like these red pill guys, where and I'll have this debate with Myron or whoever else, and I'll say it before, I'll say it again. Myron's like, like women, the way they do things, and like they're always looking for something better, blah blah blah. And I'm like, bro, it's because you live in Miami, dude. Go to church, guys. I got advice for you. If you were a young Gen Z guy and you want to meet women, first of all, work on yourself, improve yourself, figure out how to be better, be strong. Really, if you want to be more charismatic and confident, just boost your testosterone. Like, not even a joke. That'll make you aggressive as is. So start lifting, start exercising, okay? Eat right, sleep right. Sleep is extremely important for testosterone. Then go get a job at Turning Point USA. Like all the people who work at Turning Point USA are well, I shouldn't say literally everybody, but of the people that, I was just over there, they're all honorable, virtuous young people. You got to fish where the fish are. You want to go fish in a swamp full of like pollution and oil and grease? Don't be surprised when you catch a fish you can't eat. And you're like, fish are disgusting. No, bro, you're just fishing in a polluted swamp. Okay? This chick is, look at that face. Blah.
You're going to announce it with a, this is where the optics are starting. We
What
are
optics?
creeping our way down the conservative pipeline. And before you say that's a reach, I'm not done. We all
You're saying that having a boyfriend is conservative. Good luck.
know what's coming next. The engagement. They got engaged as
Indeed they did.
package deal with the album rollout. Yes, they did.
Cool.
The album was announced, and 1 day later, 2 days later, it was announced that they were engaged. We could talk about how manufactured that is. We could talk about how inauthentic it is. We could also talk about how it is yet another step towards the conservative pipeline. Now, if you're unaware about her history with the Orange Man, he didn't like her very much. He, in all caps, I hate Taylor Swift. She's a childless cat lady. I want you to bank that for later in the video. But once this engagement happened, we had a public statement put out by Pumpkin
Childless
Man.
cat lady.
And he said, wow, Taylor Swift, you know what? She's a great person. She's a terrific person even. And I'm very happy for them. I wish them best in their marriage. Okay. Now, I'm not claiming that Taylor Swift can control what...
You're probably just throwing up in your mouth a little bit at this point. Let me break it down for you. This lady is saying nothing. She is appearing to say words, but we call this patter. And that is, what she's doing is a special version of it where you throw in proper nouns. Actually, you know, guys, listen to the song Hook by Blues Traveler. Such a great song. It doesn't matter what I say, as long as I speak with conviction. That makes you feel that I've conveyed some inner truth or vast reflection. Now, I changed the lyrics. I know the lyrics to the song. But because I'm speaking, I changed the words a little bit to fit. The next thing that I'll do is I'll refer to familiar heroes from long ago, like Peter Pan. What a great song. What a great song. Basically, the whole song is him saying nothing and explaining to you that he's saying nothing. And they wrote this to make the point that the words don't matter. What matters is the feeling conveyed. This is what this woman is doing. That's why she's not saying anything.
That means says, or that they are...
it's like nails on a chalkboard. I'm skipping ahead.
See where we're taking steps.
Taking steps towards what?
When I first heard the lyric, I'm not a bad bitch and I'm not a savage. If that is not the most dog whistly shit I've ever heard in my life. Moving on to wish list, let's take a moment for these lyrics.
Saying I'm not a savage is dog whistling? Are you supposed to be savage?
They want they want a fat ass and a baby face. They want freedom. They want 3 dogs they call their kids. But I just want you. Have a couple kids, have the whole block looking like you.
Okay.
And say that again. I want to have your white babies, and I actually want our entire neighborhood to be racially homogenous. She went through this entire thing with Trump, right? About how she and her fan base did not like being called childless cat ladies. And now Taylor is calling y'all childless cat ladies.
Let's
she's
go!
About to pop out some kids. And you know what's coming next? Taylor Swift line of baby product. You too.
Yes.
Could pop out some kids in a
Guys, I have been telling you the whole time, Taylor Swift, let's go. When she was at the NFL, and all these people were like, this is dumb. Taylor Swift be there. I'm like, guys, stop. You're wrong. Taylor Swift is beloved by all of these young ladies. And these like Gen Z, her audience is actually largely millennial. We talked about it quite a bit. But there are a lot of Gen Z women too. They're going to walk in the living room where dad's sitting on the couch watching football, and they're going to say, can I watch football with you, dad? And he's going to, absolutely, come on in. And now that's going to bond father and daughter better. Now, maybe they're watching football for the wrong reasons, you might think, but who cares? The kids will spend more time with their dad. Defend Taylor. That's why I said the dad should be saying, I think she's great. It's really cool that your favorite singer is here watching the game with us. You know, she's marrying a football guy. You know, I love football. And then you can deal with these. You can have less daddy issue ladies. Less daddy issue ladies.
A racially homogenous neighborhood. This song was very much giving pick me. I thought that we learned our lesson with the she wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts. The pick me song of all pick me songs. This is
that's actually true. Like Like her first big song was basically being a pick me. Like, look at me, I'm cool and I'm not like her, you know? Like, so yeah, legit.
In this different font, but more worse. Do you
More
understand?
worse.
Not to mention the blatant disrespect that it is to put a song about Travis Kelce's over a Jackson 5 interpolation.
Yo, she's not kidding. The song is called Wood, W-O-O-D, Wood. Ah! This meltdown's awesome.
This all feels so blatantly obvious to me, the pipeline that we are sliding down, especially with her
You, ma'am, are a retard. Continue.
bestie. The same week that the album was announced, Lana Del Rey came out with this cover.
Wow. Remember when there was an article that was written about Candace Owens and Brett Cooper, and it was like the womanosphere, these female influencers telling women to like have babies. Yes, have babies.
The fuck? I feel like I'm on the show Pranked and also on
Pranked.
Black Mirror. It's a
No, I actually agree with her that she's on Black Mirror, but she's the darkness, right? Regular people wanting to have families is the norm. You are the future dystopia behavioral sync deviant.
the crossover episode. This is where I'm going to add, the comment that Travis Kelce made about him being honored to play football for Orange Man. And this is where I'm also going to answer your question. Well, does she owe us her political opinions? She's just a pop star. Well, yes, she does.
That's right. She does.
She's a white woman with one of the most massive platforms in our world today. In Miss Americana, she platformed herself as an ally and monetized off of that.
Seethe. I want to feel the fire that burns you. You're so angry. I got to be honest. I don't really care all that much about Taylor Swift. It is what it is. But we have long said this. The moment Taylor Swift gets married and has babies, all of these young women are going to be like, baby time. And they're going to buy TayTay brand diapers. And they're going to make Taylor Swift a bigger billionaire than she already is. So y'all can cry all about it. But guess what? You know what the truth is? You were on the wrong side of history the whole time.
Do I expect a white woman with the biggest platform in the world to make moves with politics? Yeah, I do.
I think the reality is this woman, Taylor Swift, never told you to be a retard. You got that from somewhere else. Taylor Swift, in fact, is still not saying there should be nothing but white babies. You made that up because you are all retarded. And I mean that respectfully. I believe that you just need some mental assistance with your cognitive disabilities. And maybe then you'll figure out how to function in society. But you know what? I'm having fun. Shout out Taylor Swift. That Wood song is really weird, but you do you. And if you can convince women to go get married and have kids, you're doing great. Thank you so much. That's it. Smash the like button, subscribe, share this video, whatever. I'll see y'all later.